Good.
Welcome to week 11, high school football district championship play. We getting ready for the playoffs. We're going to do a recap of 1 to 10 in the greater Houston area. So our first game that we're going to discuss, North Shore and Kingwood.
No discussion necessary.
Okay.
I don't know what the score was.
56-7, as we said. They're going to keep going and going and going. Number 1, North Shore, that's in District 21, in Region 3 in the 6A. And we go to number 2, Katy. Katy versus Katy Taylor.
I don't even need to know the score.
Until they wanted to stop scoring. It was 49-7. It was like 40-0 after halftime or something like that. They ran with it. Number 3, Atascocita coming out of District 11. They played number 8, Summer Creek. That's District 21. And you know, we said District 21 has
some monsters there.
4 teams in the greater Houston top 10.
Yes.
So that was a pretty good game. I think I called plus 21 for Atascocita. You said plus 14.
Right.
And Atascocita beat Summer Creek 21-18. 3 points.
Boy, that was a close game.
That was a good game.
Both of those are contenders, man. Both of those are fighters.
Oh, yeah.
That was a good game.
Number 4, Klein Collins versus Klein. Now, we put in the last week, we discussed the predictions. We had Klein, but when we put it up, it said Klein Kane, so it was just an error on our editing part. But we did discuss Klein Collins versus Klein. Klein Collins went ahead 42-21. I said plus 30, you said plus 14. So Tucker Parks had a heck of a game for Klein Collins. He was 15 out of 20, 236 passing yards along with 75 rushing yards. 4 TDs, had a QBR of 153.3. Shout out to Tucker.
Tucker Parks.
Yeah, the game was pretty much over with at half. It was 28-7, but third quarter 42-7. So, they scored. Klein let off the gas, and they scored. Klein Collins let off the gas, and they scored those points pretty much the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
And no rushing. Hardly any rushing was involved. I take that back. The quarterback didn't rush. I called it wrong. His was mostly passing yards, but he had a good outing. Number 5, New Caney. That's 6A Region 2, District 13. Now, New Caney went, against Caney Creek, and we called that one. We thought that would probably be plus 30 or 40, but it was 41-21. I'm sure they let off the gas also. Now, that's 6A Region 2, District 13. New Caney won that district in their first year, so shouts out to New Caney.
Yes, they did. That's
putting out
Reesano.
The
secondary.
Right, Reesano.
And they line, everybody stood up. Hats out to all the line that have brought the team to playoffs.
Reesano had about, I want to say it was 8 for 163, 8 carries for 163, had a 73-yarder, 4 TDs. So we already know how too much Reesano.
Too much Reesano.
Number 6, Belleville taking on Sweeney. We already said how that was going to go.
Yeah.
56-0.
Right.
So,
right. That was just.
Shout out to Belleville for winning their district, going undefeated.
And your line, all these lines that y'all really brought them through, and y'all district leaders, y'all really got some tough lines, obviously.
Number 7, the Woodlands had a bye. Number 8, Summer Creek, we discussed losing to Atascocita.
Yep.
Number 9, Westfield against Aldine. And we pretty much said until they wanted to stop. That was 74-0.
Really?
74-0.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
They just let everything loose.
Yeah. Number 10, C.E. King. They played Westbrook out of Beaumont. That one was 49-14. So you see in the top 10 in the greater Houston area, District 21, Region 3 in the 6A division has North Shore number 1. Number 2 was Atascocita. Number 3 is Summer Creek. And number 4 in District is C.E. King. And they all in the top 10.
Yeah.
Monster district.
It's a monster district.
New Caney has a good district too. That's a 6A Region 2, District 13. So New Caney took first in that district. Second was the Woodlands, and they number 7 in the city. And followed by Oak Ridge and Conroe.
Shout out to Oak Ridge for an outstanding performance.
Yeah, and that right there, we could discuss that one. Willis against Oak Ridge.
Woo!
You watched that game, a little bit of that game.
Yes.
Well, I can tell you, that game, Oak Ridge won 66-45. Now, we both thought Oak Ridge would. Willis was going to take it. But I didn't know Lagway wasn't playing.
We didn't know that.
That was a major part of their offensive arsenal.
Right.
Yeah, so, we had, what I did see, because of that, they were trying to improvise. They ran Love Lady, DeLeon, Bishop, Jermaine Bishop, who really played defense, and then the quarterback, the backup quarterback. They had 230-something rushing yards.
Yeah. I hear you. But hold on. I gotta ask you a question, see, because I'm gonna pick on Willis right now because I believe, and I didn't even watch the game, much of it, just part of it. What I did watch was kind of confirming what I thought. Look, Willis could have won that game. It would have been great if they would have had Lagway in there
Right.
to do the Lagway thing.
Right.
But if they had given that ball,
Right.
watch this. How many yards did DeLeon get? DeLeon Robinson.
I want to say 40 to 60 yards.
He got 60 yards. He probably touched the ball how many times?
Probably like 8 to 12 times.
So he's averaging 8-9 yards a carry.
Right.
Put that rascal in the backfield. Let him come out of the backfield. Open up. You got all these excellent receivers, man.
Well, here's the thing. So with Lagway out of the game, then they're just going to concentrate on DeLeon, the running game, because the quarterback, the backup quarterback, I think his name is Javi Mar, he's not known to run.
Yeah, but you see, with DeLeon back there running, and Javi
Right.
Mar's got a pretty goddamn great arm.
Right.
He's pretty good back there.
Right.
So that's gonna open up a lot of things with those receivers. Well, that's what I thought.
Right.
We'll never know now,
Well,
right?
DeLeon Robinson had 12 rushes for 80 yards. He averaged 6.7, almost 7 yards a carry, and his longest was 18. But something that was impressive, Jermaine Bishop, the freshman phenom, rushed for 4 rushes for 60 yards, and he had an average of 15 yards a carry, and his longest was 39 with 1 touchdown. Love Lady, 8 for 64 yards, averaging 8 yards. 43 yards was his longest, and he had 2
So rather
touchdowns.
than just run one person, they were kind of just trying to get all
Right,
the yards.
right. But without the threat, Lagway in the game,
Right,
you can easily just hone in on the running game, right?
right.
Okay. So shout out to Oak Ridge.
Shout out.
Willis is a phenomenal team. I'm sure they'll be in it next year.
Absolutely.
We know those players pretty well.
Oh, they're absolutely.
Shout out to Willis.
Oh yeah, because they're a young team and most of their players are gonna come back.
Right. Okay. So that concludes our top 10. Greater Houston. Recap week 11. We getting ready for the playoffs, baby.
Going into the playoffs.
As we end every segment, numbers don't lie, people do.
Peace.